Man, that's what we do, man. We take care of our people, bro. So we brought my boy Spencer some tacos, man, because y'all didn't deliver to them down there in Dallas, man. Or no, when was it?
No, I was in
Austin?
San Antonio.
Oh, San Antonio. I'm tripping. Yeah, man, but we finally got you those tacos, man, and we got you here, bro. We appreciate you for doing this. It's all love, man. And you got honestly, you got the best person you can have next to you right now in the position you're at, just because my guy Ross, he's been building up this 49ers brand for a minute now, and he's been putting a lot of work. And the thing is, he has not even gained a single dollar from it. It's all been passion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we salute you for that, Ross. So
appreciate you, man. Been grinding for a long time. I love this team, and this year trying to make big things happen and help you guys out too, and just let's chase the dream and bring some good content to the Niner Empire, man. We got my man Spencer Burke.
Yeah.
Man, this is dope, bro. Like, appreciate you for coming in. We know you got training camp coming up.
Chilling, brother. I'm squirreling your world, pimping.
I'm loving it. Let's do it, man.
absolutely, bro. Hey, we were just talking about UTSA, right? And I think that's a huge conversation to have, bro, because you were the first 4-star recruit to go there, right?
Right.
Before that, there was I think only 2 players that were even drafted to go into the NFL, right? And then you said, you know what, I literally have a quote, bro, where they said that you wanted to make sure to leave UTSA better than when you got there. So where does that mindset come from?
Shit, bro. Just like where I'm from. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't come from don't get me wrong. Where I come from, it ain't, you know what I'm saying, all glitz and glamorous. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's kind of, you know what I'm saying? It's good. But at the same time, like, it's beauty. You know what I'm saying? Even within where we located, where we at, like, you know what I'm saying? People out there, you know what I'm saying? They still got a voice. They still got, but,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? Just a platform, like, you know what I'm saying? The platform that I'm on now, like, why not use it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I do it for the people who can't. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I take pride in. So that's why I'm so big on, you know what I'm saying? Every time you see me taking a picture, I throw it to one else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just like let them know where I'm from.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, and that's real, bro, because we were just talking in the elevator, how much communication you have with, like, Shanahan and John.
Right.
And I think, as a Niners fan looking in, we want to make sure we have the best character guys, And I think I was telling my brother, man, I was like, honestly, even before I had reached out to you, I was excited to have you on the team because it's like, who don't you want to build? If you're building a solid foundation, a solid squad, you want to build with people who, like, want to take that chip on the shoulder and say, you know what, I'm going to make this better than when I got here.
Yeah, most definitely. Why not? You know what I'm saying? Like, anybody can go and join it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say bandwagon because
Right, I feel you.
Those are the top, you know what I'm saying? They've been around, you know what I'm saying, 150 plus years. I would say our program was like, 10 years, 11 years old.
Yeah.
So it's
It's
just
a
like,
new program.
it's still building up. We got, the 7th largest city in the country. So, you know what I'm saying? It takes time.
Damn. So did you take all these things in consideration before making that decision to stay?
Yeah, bro, when I tell you it took just a leap of faith and just bet on myself, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Keep all my faith in God. My mom, she supported me throughout everything. I got a good support system back home, you know what I'm saying? Shout out 2-0.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, everybody out there, you know what I'm saying? It was nothing but love, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not many people. Some people didn't agree with it, but at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
That's what I was going to man. No, for real, because they not the one putting on that helmet.
Yup.
Yeah.
You got to do what makes you happy. At the end of the day, chase, like
yeah,
you said,
bro.
chase your dream, because it's
Yeah,
what
bro.
you just told us. You had 31 D1 offers, man, and then you chose to stay home, because not a lot of people, like I had offers too, like to go to different schools when I was coming up, and I stayed home because I wanted to help my mom out. My dad had passed, so I stayed home, and then people are like, why are you staying in Vegas and this and that? There's nothing there. But you got to chase what you like, and I appreciate that. And what we were talking about earlier, how Kyle and Shanahan, or Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch, they build this team with, like, great personalities and just humble people. And we met you today, and I already could tell, man, you're just a good-ass dude, like a good, humble person. So we respect that out of you, man, and bringing that to the Bay, man. We love having you here, man. So 100%, man. Just chase your dreams and then bring that to the Bay, man.
Yeah, you got one life, you know what I'm saying? You can't let nobody tell you how to live your shit. You know
Yes,
what I'm
sir.
saying? So, run with it.
I respect that, man. And all right, speaking of that one life, I mean, when did you know, like, man, I'm going to the NFL? Like, no, this is not even a question.
Bro, I fell in love with football at a young age, bro. In Texas, like I said, it's a way of life, bro.
Okay.
So it's just like, from the moment I started playing, like, yeah, it was fun. It was fun as a kid, but then, like, as you get older, you actually, like, you develop a real love, like a true love for it. It's almost like you can't live without it. So it's just like, I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I gotta make it at this point. Like,
Yeah.
I couldn't find myself or see myself doing something else for,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, for that duration or that time of
Right.
my life. So that's a big part about it.
Yeah.
So like we said, we were talking about how you knew you were gonna make it to the NFL. That was your goal. That was your dream. Like being in Texas, like we talked about earlier, that's just football city. If you were from Texas, like football is everything on Saturdays and Sundays, right? Sometimes Mondays. Like you guys are embedded in that culture. So you being you stay home, you go to school, hometown hero, and now you're going to the NFL. So how was that process? You're like, okay, you got these teams, NFL teams now recruiting you basically like you was in college. Like how was that process? I know you mentioned it a little bit. You had some meetings with the Niners. Like, go ahead and tell us about that process. Like that must have been surreal, man. You finally hit your dreams.
During the process, like you gotta think about it. When you get done with the season, you go straight into track practice. You know what I'm saying? Just getting ready for like the combines and drills. But you gotta think about it like you're doing these drills for the last time you'll probably ever have to do them for the rest of your life. So it's just like I'm doing all of this training. You know what I'm saying? For like 60 seconds. If you think about it, like your 40 time, your shuttle time. Sometimes it might not even add up to a minute. All the stuff that you're doing this training for. And so, but everything is so critical because at the end of the day, you don't know where you're going to fall on that totem pole. You got to compare and contrast to other athletes and what fits for this system might not work for that system. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just a big gamble at the end of the day, but at the same time, you got to make sure that you stay focused within the amount of time that you got because you don't have long.
Yeah.
Right.
After the season, you get right into it, and you got to think about it. So, half of your training is cut short if you go to any, bowl games and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah,
so
that's true.
You miss out on a week on the training, or you miss out on days on training, so that goes into it as well. And then as far as the top 30 visits, like you go on top 30 visits flight to flight from city to city.
Yeah.
And so just get acquainted with like the people in the staff, like from the GMs, head coaches, from your position coach, the training staff, just people within the building, just to get a vibe for what it actually is, what it might be like if you were to get picked by them. And so that's really what you do throughout the top 30 visits. And then they tell you, you know what I'm saying, they pretty much sit down and have a conversation to get you feel you out. Kind of what we doing right now. Like, we're just talking. That's basically what it is.
Yeah.
They'll get a feel for you and stuff like that just to see, you know what I'm saying, what exactly fits for them. So.
Sure. So it's like 32 interviews, basically, with all these teams and all these. That's a lot. That's a grind, man.
Yeah, but imagine just saying, like, Senior Bowl, you know what I'm saying, they really, you know what I'm saying, you got to say the same thing over to 32.
Oh, man.
But you got to catch them because sometimes they'll ask, like, questions just to see how you respond and stuff like that. But there's never nothing too off the wall.
Okay, nothing. I was gonna say, what's the craziest question they may have asked you?
It's nothing
crazy.
Nothing
crazy. Okay, yeah, because sometimes you never know.
Yeah, it's like, hey, you gotta be careful.
You gotta be careful, man.
I've heard crazy stories.
Yeah, this is stories, man. You never know, bro.
We don't work with the Fed, you know what I'm saying?
man.
100%, man.
Nah, but it's all love at the end of the day.
For sure, bro.
They're just trying to get a feel for you, really. So that's all it is, really.
Yeah, bro, and I'm like I said, the only reason I'm on my phone, I'm really like trying to get these notes going. So tell me a little bit more about the Senior Bowl experience because when you accepted it was a big deal. Like there was articles being released, there was people really talking about you holding down that spot during that game. I mean, what did that do for you?
So like the Senior Bowl really just put you on a bigger platform.
Okay,
many people knew I could play, but they were questioning whether I could play with different, like I would say, talent level. But at the same time, like I said, they breathe the same air I breathe. They breathe like I breathe. They got the same 24 that I got.
Okay, let me ask you this then. So what do you think separates you from everyone else?
As far as what, on the field?
Because, exactly.
Yeah, because that's what you got to bring, right?
What separates me from everybody else, I would just say there's never going to be another me.
Okay.
So whether that be my footwork, my tenacity, stuff like that, certain attributes or certain analytics that I bring to the game, I know that if another person were to match it, my reason why and what I'm doing it for, it might not be the same reason why he's doing it.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, it really becomes down who wants it more.
So what is your why?
My why is my people, my family. Really, my mom. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like my mom is my rock, bro. Like I wouldn't be sitting here talking to y'all if it wasn't for my mom. You know what I'm saying? The man above. You know what I'm saying? So with the guidance of her, you know what I'm saying, and my family back home, that's really why I'm sitting here talking to y'all, bro. So and off of other people's prayers and my prayers is why I'm sitting here talking to y'all. So that's my why. You know what I'm saying? I do it for the people who can't, and you know what I'm saying, for the people who supported me throughout this whole time. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really worried about, you know what I'm saying, much of naysay. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Who am I? You know what I'm saying? Proving them right, or am I proving them wrong? I'd rather just prove the people that believed in me right. You know what I'm saying? Why didn't I focus on everybody?
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
That's deep. No, that's real.
That's real, man.
Yeah,
that's a good way to look at it because we always sitting here keep the receipts, to prove the doubters wrong, but who cares about them?
Yeah.
You want to
gotta
prove
think
the people
about
that
it,
believe in you.
Everybody gonna have something to say about what you're doing.
True,
You know what I'm
man.
saying? So if you really think about how many people's in this world, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can do the right thing 1,000 times. You do one thing wrong, you on somebody's shit list.
Yeah.
So,
the
that's
moment
real
you
shit.
make one mistake, there's always gonna be that one hater that's like, see,
And then-
see,
yeah.
always, man.
They waited on you,
Bro, they waiting for
on
that
you.
downfall,
That's
man.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Somebody is.
Yeah.
And I know it may be somebody close to you.
It
too.
might, it might be a
You just gotta
teammate.
be
Shit,
careful.
you never know. Let's hope not.
Not on the Niners.
Yeah, not on the squad, man.
We gonna play keep it pushing.
Nah, yeah, pushing P, man, pushing P.
Sure,
yeah.
Yo, man. So you get drafted draft night. We talked about this a little bit when we got to talk about the taco story. So I know we brought it up. The video, the Niners posted when they did their media question. They said you told them, you said you was waiting for tacos. You never got your tacos. Like, what the hell happened, man? You ordered them, but they didn't bring them to you. But they told you got them. So tell us that story,
So
man.
really, I was sitting there. It's early in the morning. The draft was on, and it's just like I'm sitting up here. Like I said, I'm sitting here. I'm hello, my cousin. She, you know what I'm saying? She at the taco spot. I'm telling her what to get. Yada whoop de whoop. And then I get the call. So I'm just like, fuck all that. That's it. Hello, what's happening? And then he was just like, "You're working your phone." And I was like, "Yeah." And so he's sitting in there. Yeah, we talking in the back. And I'm like, "Yeah." Like I went in the back. I cried to myself, bro. I'm sitting there.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
like, "Damn, this shit crazy."
Yeah.
I come back out, shit, I'm expecting, you know what I'm saying, tacos.
Yeah.
I done did all this. Or to top it off with tacos. Ain't nothing in there. So I'm just like, well, damn, I did all this order.
Man.
All this for nothing. man.
Of course, apparently, my cousin had brought him in. I just didn't see the taco. I'm just like, well, damn.
Sounds like he didn't even ate him or something.
Maybe your cousin ate them, man.
Nah, shout out cousin. Shout
I
out.
ain't gonna let shout out Tucker, you know what I'm saying?
There we go. I mean, maybe you got caught up in the hype so much that you didn't even see the hot tacos, bro.
I ain't gonna say it. I don't know if I cuss on here.
Nah,
Yeah,
do
go
your
for it,
thing,
man.
bro.
Do what you got.
Fuck them tacos.
Fuck them tacos, man. We gotta get that on a shirt, man. Yo, we gotta get
Fuck
that on
them
a shirt.
tacos.
Fuck them tacos, man.
We at 49 at
Yes,
this point.
sir.
We can buy all
Man,
tacos.
we got some real tacos right here, my
Real
boy.
tacos.
we can buy all the tacos in the world. At first, it was just like, damn, like
Yeah.
I was feeling it at that point in time.
Right.
Like, damn, nigga really was hungry at that time. So I was like, damn, man, I done got all this great food,
Man.
nigga hungry.
Oh man.
But it's all good.
It's
bro.
all good,
we
bro.
ended up getting some.
Yeah. And we got some right here, bro. And I was gonna tell you, like, we playing in Mexico this year, man. The Niners playing in Mexico, so you got some real authentic tacos out there.
Don't worry about it. We gonna tap into Mexico.
Yeah.
Shout out to Fredo.
Yep.
Yeah, you gonna get some.
So are you excited for that game specifically?
Oh hell yeah.
Them tacos,
But
man.
I'm gonna just stay where I need to be.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm not finna venture.
Yeah, you don't want to
Yeah.
get too crazy. You know how it goes, Especially you got Vegas game.
Look, brother.
A lot of vices coming this
I'm
season.
gonna stay right where I need to be.
That's what I like to hear, man.
Right where I need to be.
That's
ain't
what I like
doing
to
too
hear.
much.
Yeah.
Not in Mexico, at least.
Yeah.
Oh, nah, bro. Yeah,
yeah.
I'm gonna stick out like a sword.
Yeah, you definitely will.
Like, man, this guy's a giant.
I mean, we were walking in.
Bro, average person in Mexico is probably like 5'3". Like,
Yeah,
nah, but yeah, man. I think and that's a divisional game too, and you already know how those games get, man. Is there anyone specifically? We obviously have a huge hopes for you, bro. Like honestly, there's the O-line this year. It's not looking the same as last year, and I like it because there's a bunch of opportunity, and you look at a bunch of young guys, right? Like Aaron Banks, Jason Poe,
Donovan West.
Donovan West, right?
The other guy.
Zakelj,
Nick Zakelj, yeah. Colton McKivitz. You got Justin Skill. A bunch of young bucks on
Right.
that O-line, man.
Right.
You guys all going to have this opportunity to go battle starting this week. I mean, this is now we were talking about earlier. This is probably the best position you could have been drafted on for this team because there's so much competition. And you were telling us they're probably going to be playing you at guard. So, I mean, how you feel coming into this competition, this camp, making to prove your name right now?
like I said, either you gonna barbecue, you gonna mildew. At this point in time, like you already put in the work, you did what you had to do. Now it's just time to go put it on the field. You know what I'm saying? Just to testify to all the hard work and stuff that you put in. Like during the season, it's gonna be a long season. Like
It is.
This is gonna be the longest season I probably ever played in my career. This is two college seasons at once.
Put together, yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's just like
Playoffs
at
and
this
everything.
time, at this point in time, like you just gotta lock in and focus. You know what I'm saying? And being on the offensive line, being able to be a Swiss Army knife, you're gonna have to play any position they need you at.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
And so that's what I'm here for. I'm gonna provide any access or any talent that they need, or just to get the job done. Make sure that we get a W.
There we go.
Right. and you really like when it comes to like the analytical part, bro, of your game. I really just see a lot of analyzers. They say you're really good at run blocking, and I think that really fits our system because one thing about the Niners and Shanahan is like he loves his offensive linemen to be super agile, super versatile, quick, all that. Do you feel like you have that in your game?
Yeah, I feel like I got a little bit of it in my game.
Okay.
A little bit. Yeah, that's what we need. If you can block the run, man, then you can be straight, man. Everything else will come because this offense predicated by the run, man, and that's Kyle Shanahan. Run the ball, establish that play action. So if you can do that,
bro, if you don't run the ball and you call yourself a football team, you got to reevaluate some things.
100%.
Damn.
You gotta run the ball.
Yeah.
I'm hyped, man. You like you said, you got the versatility. You're willing to do what you got to do. I mean, if you had a choice, obviously rookie season, you got to earn your stripes. But let's say 2 years down the line, if you establish yourself, where you want to see yourself on that line?
To be honest, like wherever they put me.
Wherever you. That's a
but
good
I would
answer.
like eventually to move back out to tackle. But right now, I'm messing with the guards. So it's just like gotta learn to love where I'm at right now. You know what I'm saying? Be where my feet are at. You know what I'm saying? Can't look too far ahead.
I like it. I like the answer. Yeah.
And honestly, man, I think, as Niners fans, we know the void that was there from last year, right? Lincoln Tomlinson was there. He was doing his thing. Have you watched any of his film?
Lane Tomlinson, bro. He got some good film.
He's good.
Okay. Yeah, and like I said, bro, like we were almost upset a little bit when he left because it's like, he wanted to get that contract and he much deserved, bro, for real. But then when like I said, when we found out we drafted you, seen the highlights, seen your mindset, I was like, okay, if there's anyone that can take, Lakin's, I wouldn't really say the spot because you guys are maybe different players, but I think it's that left side, the best side, it's having that mindset with like Trent Williams of like, bro, run it on our side, like we gonna get that rock in there.
Bro, wherever they put me at, bro, like I said, whether it's right guard, left guard, bro, we gonna rock out.
Let's go. That's what I want to hear, man. The Niner
out,
fan, I'll
bro.
tell you, every time they ask me questions, they go, yo, Raj, what's up with the O-line? I say, yeah, we got a lot of young bucks. And hearing that, man, you ready to go out there and do your thing, I know we're going to be in good hands because that's the key. We want to make sure, like my boy said, Lakin was a big loss. Alex Mack, big loss. We got big shoes to fill. Obviously, you're not going to come right away and be Lakin Thomas. If you are, hell, that's amazing. But, you want to come in and do your thing. So if you come in, slide on that line and help us do what we got to do and get those dubs, like you said, and then it was
That's
a dub
the
draft
end of the day.
pick.
No matter how you got it, as long as it's written on the paper, as long as it's stamped on the paper that you got a dub, that's what counts.
That's it, man. 100%. I love it.
So right now, I know like the biggest thing, Niner community is quarterback, right? Quarterback, Trey Lance, Jimmy Garoppolo. They finally officially gave Garoppolo the okay to go seek a trade, right? What is the energy like inside the room right now?
To be honest, I ain't been back in the room to feel the energy, so it's just like I'm really just like
coming in like first kid.
Everybody else is. Shit, what happened? What happened?
What happened?
At the end of the day, regardless whether it's Trey, Jimmy, you know what I'm saying, they could pick up Joe Blow out there.
Let's
go. Man.
So,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We can't focus too much what's going on.
Right.
Rather than what we got. If we can't handle our job at the end of the day, it don't give two flying fucks who they got going on.
Let's go, man.
No, that's real.
That's real, though, because like you said, you got to protect whoever's back there. Whoever the quarterback is, your job is to protect them. So, you can't pick favor. You can't sit there and pick sides. And like I said, you just came back to the Bay. You just did training camp this week. So, before training camp, though, rookie mini camp, you had OTAs, you had mini camp, mandatory mini camp. So, like you said, this is like 2 seasons for you because college is a lot shorter. Right. How was that transition? Because that transition from college ball to NFL, like you said, you didn't have a lot of time to prep for all those combine visits and all the top 30 visits. So, how has this offseason been to you? Your first year in the NFL, man.
Right, it's been smooth so far. You know what I'm saying? We got a great room, so I wasn't going in there blind. You know what I'm saying? The guys in there, they like to help as much as they possibly can. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Coach Forrester, but he and Coach Craig and Coach Joe. But while you're in there, like they're not looking for it. They want you to be successful. So everybody in that building wants you to be. You know what I'm saying? Put your best foot forward. Because if it's not only benefiting you, it's benefiting the team.
Right.
And so they're not gonna go and lead you blind. So just getting accustomed with like the playbook, I would say that's probably the biggest thing.
Okay.
Just the different terminology and different concepts. Because you can run outside zone schemes, but there's a million different ways that you can run them. And with Kyle Shanahan's offense, it being so versatile and so unique, there's a million things that we can do with one play. So you got to learn the calls and the tags for that one play and learn how to block it for 3 or 4 different fronts. You know what I'm saying? So,
complex playbook, man.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
Yeah. Is it the hardest playbook you ever had to look at?
His run is damn near top 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
If not number 1, but it's just the terminology, bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
As long just getting accustomed and acquainted with the language and like certain calls, because a lot of stuff in football is universal. Like I'm saying, a lot of people do a lot of stuff the same, but we do a lot of stuff different. So it's just a matter of fact that you just got to lock on the little key points and stuff like that.
Okay.
You'll be all right.
All right, yeah, you got this, man. Like you said, I mean, you're a beast, man. You coming in, you're gonna do your job. We know you're gonna come and handle it.
I
So,
appreciate that.
Trent Williams, man. We talked a little bit about Trent. You got to talk about Trent because you trained with them. You said you trained with them this year. How the hell is Trent? 99 Club. Shout out to Big Trent, man. Finally get some respect on the old lineman.
Hey, shout out to SBG. Shout out to Trent Williams, man. That's my dog, bro.
Let's go,
That's
man.
big bro.
Yeah.
Nah, he's a real dude. At the end of the day, he trained hard, bro. Like when I'm talking about when he lock in and he focus, like, he just in the mood, like he's his own. You know what I'm saying? That's when he find himself, like, you know what I'm saying. You can't interfere with it. Like all you gotta do is learn from it. You know what I'm saying? How to properly train, how to do this, how to do that, and not only just watch it and try to see. You gotta know why. You know what I'm saying? Know why he's training like that. Know why such and such and such. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He gonna give you a lot of game. Like he sat down, we talked. You know what I'm saying? We chopped it up. Well, he gave me a lot of game. You know what I'm saying? Within the football realm and within the political realm of football, how everything really works. You know what I'm saying? Outside the game as well.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
from a
important
business
too.
aspect. Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But a man with a lot of wisdom, bro. And then found out that we shared the same birthday.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
that's
saw
right.
that.
Yeah.
We saw
That's
that
right.
the other day. We
Yes,
posted
bro.
it.
It's
That's
meant to
dope.
be, bro.
Yeah. Well,
That's
happy
just
belated,
meant to
by the
be.
way.
I appreciate
But
you.
man, yeah, that's crazy. You spent a birthday with Trent Williams. Like it's destiny, man.
Literally,
Freaking
that's what I'm
destiny,
saying.
man.
That
That's
left
crazy.
side, bro.
It may be, bro.
Yeah.
It may be. That's
That's crazy.
It's
Man.
crazy.
Yeah, he's from Texas too, man. And I think, like you said, it's so cool that, you have this personality that you want to grow and this humbleness, and you have literally the best offensive lineman in the game, like, to learn from every single day, bro. I think that's, like you said, because one thing that I realize sometimes is, like, there might be certain players that get drafted that just because they got drafted to that one team, they maybe not had reached the potential because of whatever situation they were put in. But this is probably one of the best situations you could have been in.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at that, and I'm looking at like a far from football, bro. I'm looking at like, damn, you're gonna be able to grow a community in the Bay Area because we want you here for the rest of your career, bro.
Yeah.
Bro,
Niner
if
for
I
life,
can,
baby.
If I can, I'll be a Niner for life, bro.
Yeah.
If I can, I most definitely will be. I love, you know what I'm saying? I love the organization. I love everybody in the office. I love the coaches so far. My teammates, they smooth, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They ain't got, you know what I'm saying? They look out for you.
Yeah.
Hey,
And how important is that? While you're building the football to
Bro,
also go.
like, you gotta, number one, within the locker room, bro, one thing you gotta do, you gotta trust these dudes at the end of the day. So you gotta go to battle with these dudes 24/7.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta trust that the next man is doing what he's gonna do. Make sure you got your back and you got his, regardless of the situation.
Right.
No matter how good or bad terms y'all may be off the field, when it's on the field, all that shit is erased.
Away,
bro,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah, you leave your problems at the door. You come on the football field,
bro.
and you're ready to go to
Bro,
war
you gotta
together.
treat that like a sanctuary, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Bro, that's the holy field.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Gridiron,
That's
bro.
it.
You gotta respect the game.
I see.
You know what I'm
Nice.
saying?
Yeah,
You gotta
and
respect the game.
it's that certain level of respect that you have towards the game that's really going to make you be the best at it. I really believe, like, like the amount of respect that Kobe, Jordan had for themselves in the game is just, it's insane. It's just like for example, you think Kobe, like, this guy growing up, literally, bro, as a kid, he has a whole hit list of people who are better than him.
And he was trying to chase that dream.
Yeah, like, he's over here, like, crossing out names, like, once he's, beating them at AAU tournaments, and it's like,
waking up 4 a.m, going and training before anybody else.
Yeah.
You got to have that work ethic, and I think like you said, you've been grinding. You didn't even take time off when you had to go make those visits. So we know you got that work ethic, man, and you've been grinding. So
Definitely.
yeah, 100% respect on that.
It's a grind, bro. It's a grind for real, for real.
let me ask you a question. Do you feel like doing it every day that you wake up?
Do I feel like it?
Yeah.
Like I said, it's a way of life, bro. Where I come from, bro, football is a way of life, bro. Shout out to Texas.
For real,
I'm a Texan at heart,
Love
bro.
Texas.
Yes, sir.
Bro, Texas football is different, bro.
It's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
I gotta
right.
go down there.
No, you're right,
Bro,
man. Like I
Little
said.
League from Little League all the way up in high school, like, bro,
That's the only
it's a
thing.
way of life.
They they're on you. They're on
Oh
you.
yeah, bro, and it's no sugarcoating, bro.
Mm.
Like, if your child is growing up in Texas in that system, with especially like with the Little League coaches and stuff like that, bro, it's so competitive. Like, you can't be soft. Like, bro, some things are gonna get said,
Yeah.
and you're gonna
Yeah,
have to
you're gonna-
like, chuck it up. Like, parents are gonna look at the coaches kind of sideways, but
Like,
this is
no.
what they need to hear. So, like, yeah.
That's what I was gonna ask you, bro. Because like I mentioned to you, I played football for 1 year, and it was literally off of my love of football. I was the kicker. You feel me? Like easiest position, probably.
It's important though.
It's important,
Yeah.
though.
Most important.
Yeah.
You can't start off the game without a kick. So
Yeah.
think about it.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Yeah.
true. And I'm not gonna lie, bro. There's a couple games where like I made all the extra points, and we won by like 2 or 3. So
Yeah, he was the reason you won, man.
Yeah, exactly. You know that.
Dust your shoulders out, my man. You know them.
I had to throw my flowers in there.
Put the cape on. You was celebrating that night.
Nah, bro. Real talk. Every time I scored a field goal, about some funny shit, dude. I used to go to the crowd. Used to, boom.
You gotta get your celebration, your field goal
Yeah,
celebration.
my family would
Every
be
point
there.
count, man. Every point count in football.
No,
Every
100%. Look at the Niners. We wouldn't have beat the Packers if Robbie Gold
Oh,
was
man.
those field goals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's it.
Every point matters, man. Man, I forgot my point about. Hold on.
You got so hyped on yourself.
Man, I had to throw that in there with when Spencer was out here, man. Nah, but I literally, like I said, I've been reading on you, and one thing that I've heard multiple people say about you is that you go look for work, meaning like, okay, you block this guy, but then you're like, nah, like the play's not over, right? So,
Yeah, bro.
yeah.
Gotta
Hey,
block.
bro, you gotta find work.
Oh,
one
man.
thing I
Find
was
work.
taught, Like you gotta find work. Like,
Okay.
That's
you know
what's
what I'm
up.
saying? You don't want to. Now, there's rules on plays where you got to have a specific job,
Mm-hmm.
and you can't. You know what I'm saying? Of course, leaving, but like while you on the field, when the whistle blows, like you until the whistle blows, bro, you got to do something. Like
Yeah.
if you don't touch somebody as an offensive lineman, like in the game of football, at least one play while the ball is snapped within the field of play before the whistle's blown, something's wrong.
Yeah, no, there's too many times you watch him play again. They show the replay. Dude, just hand on the hips, watching the guy. I'm like, you gonna do something?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the only thing. Yeah, but some rules are different though. Like with pass protection and run blocks. So
Yeah.
sometimes you may be helping somebody, but at least touch them.
At least
Yeah.
put a hand on him. Yeah, at least
don't
show
just
that you're
touch-
making an attempt.
Yeah.
yeah. I
Sometimes
got
it
you.
looks like. Sometimes it may look like they just got a free opening. That's just because like the rules,
Okay.
stuff they got to follow with the blocking.
Like the
That was
zone.
part of
yeah,
the-
the scheme.
Yeah.
The scheme
I
is what
see.
they have to trust. So
Yeah.
they have to trust the rules of the scheme.
Damn.
True.
So sometimes when somebody's loose, it looks like somebody missed a block. It may have not been. It's just the rules of their
It's just
scheme.
where they're
makes sense.
okay. Makes
Yeah.
sense.
Okay. What I was gonna ask you, I remember now, because we were talking about like we were talking about like high school, and the reason why I brought up me is because I was able to like see it firsthand, right? Like the
Yeah.
practices, the camps before the season starts, and it's like like you said, they're not gonna be the nicest person to you, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hell no.
But like they're not gonna give you some flowers if you don't make that
Yeah, nah,
tackle,
man.
right? But how much do you think that translates into life though? Like when you step out
Bro,
and
football is the greatest coach of life. Bro.
Mm.
You know what I'm
Sports,
saying?
yeah.
Think about it, bro. Like, football is the greatest coach for life, not just as a team. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whether you get jobs, you got to work in a team
Yep.
environment.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah.
Yep.
just as an individual, like, you got to check. You got to have self. You know what I'm saying? Self accountability.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Football is a great coach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it gives you that tough skin that that kind of was like pointing to is like, man, you got some guy like you mess up, you usually put your head down, you got some dude like, come on, get the fuck up.
You just
You know,
gotta
like,
keep going. You gotta have thick skin.
Yeah,
Yeah, you gotta
that
have thick
thick
skin.
skin.
If you ain't getting the job done, get the fuck.
Get
Yeah.
up. Yeah, step it
Like,
up.
Damn.
Think about it, bro. If I'm not getting the job done, they gonna replace mine.
Yeah.
You
Mm.
know what I'm saying? Quarterback not getting the job done, wide receiver, you know what I'm
Whatever,
saying?
yeah.
Defensive end.
It's
they
a
gon-
business.
Bro, at the
Yeah.
end of the day,
Yeah.
they're going to get, there's somebody, there's enough football players out there,
Yeah.
they're going to find somebody to replace.
Yeah,
So
and
how
that's
do you
just
have
life.
the-
That's just life,
Yeah,
like you
that's-
said, right?
that's what it
Yeah.
If you go to work, like my job, if I'm not getting
Yep.
the job done, they're gonna be like, "Look, man,
We
we're
got
gonna
someone else
replace
who's
your ass
looking
with somebody
at-
else that's gonna get the job done." So
Yeah, bro, probably pay him
100%.
cheaper too.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never
Cheap
know.
talent, bro.
yeah, you gotta always play like that. So yeah, man. So now you're going into your first year. I'm really trying to put yourself in your shoes. It's like, man, I could just imagine you're trying to grow in any way possible. Is there like a certain area that like you're like, man, I really want to put my head down and take this to the next level?
Mental, bro.
Okay.
okay,
The mental aspect, bro. I feel like once you learn the mental aspect of the game, bro, everything slows down. Then all it becomes, you know what I'm saying? It's second nature.
I see.
Because it's just reaction. Like you've been doing it so much, you've seen it, you understand what's supposed to happen, how it's supposed to look. Then everything else is just supposed to play out. You know what I'm saying? However
Okay.
it may be. You know what I'm saying? You let however it works out is how
And the cards play, fall how they fall.
Yeah, but that's really the mental aspect of it is really the biggest part about it.
What do you tap in? Like, what do you listen to before games, before like the big moments?
Music.
Okay.
Yeah, music, bro. Music is me.
Yeah.
So,
Everything.
Is there
There's
certain
like
people you
go-to
listen to?
playlist. You gotta have a go-to playlist.
yeah, bro.
Yak.
I got some hard shit on.
What you got? What we got? Game days. You got training camp coming up. What you go to right
I
now?
got a lot. I can't choose.
You got too many.
I got a lot of people. So shout out to all the people on the playlist. I can't say everybody's name on here, but you
All right, if you were to right now, you know, obviously it changes every day, bro. I feel like when it comes to music, but top 3 artists.
bro, I love music. Bro.
Yeah.
Like,
You can't even narrow it down to
put me in
3.
the box, bro.
All right, I just
Okay,
I just went to a little Lil Wayne concert last night. Would you consider him top 3?
Mount Rushmore.
Yeah,
I'm Rushmore.
Yeah.
Wayne's a goat, man.
He has to be,
Hey, you know
bro.
that's a good answer because you're on the Niners. Kyle Shanahan loves Little Wayne. You know, he named his
Yeah.
son after Little
Wayne
Wayne.
is
Carter.
on Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
Rap.
Yeah.
Like Wayne revolutionized rap.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
the goat, man.
And if you
He's
think otherwise, we could talk about it.
yeah. We
Let's talk-
can have a whole podcast on that,
Let's
man.
talk about it. nah, for real. And I think it's really dope. You know, he signed Drake as well. You know, brought him on. So like, bro, when you're the GOAT and then you also bring on a GOAT, like, yeah, I don't think you,
You
get better than that.
got no talent. Yeah,
You can't really argue
you
with
can't
that.
argue. 100%.
Yeah, and you know, speaking of another artist, bro, Baby, like Lil Baby, you listen to him?
Bro, come on, bro.
Come on, man. We all listen to you, right? Come on, man.
Yeah, bro.
No, and
Baby's
he
cool, bro.
says, bro, he looks up to Wayne. You know what I'm saying? He says like that was, and it makes sense, bro, because these 3 guys I'm talking about, bro, they at the top when it comes to lyrical wise.
Yeah, bro. Like, no,
Yeah.
bro. Lyrical, bro. If you talking and people could feel what you're saying,
Yeah.
they can relate to what you're saying. Like,
Yeah.
nigga, that's what music is about. Bro.
Yeah.
It's like it's for people to feel. Like, you know what I'm saying? Music is, you know what I'm saying, to accommodate your emotions, what you're feeling or what you're going through. Like, some people use music for 3 different. Like, think about it. It's a certain type of music for every emotion.
Yep. No, for real. You probably have playlists like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
you
bro.
trying to be
Yeah.
hyped up
Think
right
about
now.
it, bro. There's music for everything.
Yeah.
Sad, happy, hyped up, whatever you feel, mad, you got to
Bro,
music
all
for
it
all
is
that.
is just
Yeah.
to accommodate
Channel.
the emotion.
Yeah, it's
bro.
the
That's
emotion,
all-
you're
that's
right.
all music is.
You're right, man.
Yeah.
It's mental therapy. That is probably one of the best forms of therapy ever is music, man.
Most definitely.
100%.
Most
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, no, and bro, you could just see it when the boys come out, man, with the boombox.
Yes, sir.
Super Gremlin, man, bro, that energy just felt, dog.
I can't wait to hear what this year's theme song is going to be. 'Cause the last couple years, you know, they had the box couple years, Rodney
Yeah.
Ricch, the Super Gremlin last year.
Big step
What's
in.
the vibe so far? I know you say you haven't been back lately, but during like OTAs and stuff, what were you guys bumping? Like, was there like a go-to song you guys had yet?
I wouldn't say a go-to song. Them dudes gonna play whatever, whenever,
Okay.
whatever everybody feeling at the moment. That's what everybody gonna rock
Got
at.
it,
too,
got
you know
it.
what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
gonna pop this, you know what I'm saying? But
go.
if that shit trash, you gotta go, brother.
Yeah, you got to go with what everybody's rocking with. Yeah.
Yeah, turn that shit off.
Yeah, I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see you.
Yeah, bro, give
vibing
it
out
out
with
to
the
somebody
boombox.
else, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got no aux privileges no more.
No
banned.
odds privilege.
They gotta-
is
they
there.
gotta
Like,
ban
in my
this.
truck, when I ride in my truck, you know what I'm saying? I give somebody else the aux. You got 3 songs. You know what I'm saying?
Oh wow.
That's your
Like,
test.
That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah. If we ride, like, especially on the road trip, like, I'll give you the aux. You know what I'm saying? Usually I play, you know what I'm saying, when we
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
everybody in it. But I want to see, like, different type of taste. Let's
Right.
see what you play.
Yeah.
Play that, you know what I'm saying, some Fugazi. That's
That's a big. Yeah, that's a
gotta
big
start
privilege.
counting.
though. The ox is a big privilege, though. You're right, bro. Like that is 100% a big
You gotta
privilege. 'cause
earn the
You gotta
aux.
earn.
Yeah,
it.
you do.
Yeah,
You
you
gotta
can't
earn
just
It's
take
like
it.
everything. So I
Yeah.
give it to you. You got 3 songs, bro. You
Wow.
play 3 Fugazi songs, bro. You never touch it.
3 strikes you out, man. 3 strikes you out.
Like
you
you
hear
still in
that?
the car at that point.
Yeah, you in the back seat,
It's
bro.
over, bro. God, and if the first song too bad, I won't even let you make it to the second. You gotta turn it. Huh?
What if the taste changes?
Oh, well then we just gonna.
We'll see what you mean in the
We gonna see
movement.
what you do.
It is, oh, man.
If that song changes, next one.
So you're from Texas, bro. And I really like personalities from Texas. Like, you know, you look at Von Miller, he's from Texas, like big personality in the league. You know, Trent Williams, like, man, this was like great people from Texas. Are you like what type of guy are you? You're like a pickup
Bro, I
guy?
drive a truck,
Yeah.
Yeah, truck guy.
Bro,
It's the
I
Texas.
don't think I've driven a car. Like I've never owned a car.
Really?
Oh wow.
Me personally, like, it's trucks. My mom drive a truck. I
Okay.
drive a truck.
What do you like? Ram,
Bro,
Chevy?
me personally, I'm a Ford guy because
Okay.
Ford built Texas. You know
Okay,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
that's
People
true.
may be biased,
Right.
Yeah,
but
I
like,
think.
I drive a Chevy right now.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
right
Chevy's
now I got
nice.
a Chevy.
Chevy's nice, bro.
Okay. Okay. Big
Fuck with
truck.
Chevy, all
But
right.
Ram though, They
Yeah,
didn't came up.
Yeah.
You talking about horsepower and all of that, around for sure. But if you talking about speed, what you call it? Ford just made that new Shelby, their little Cobra Shelby truck. Brother,
They got some speed to them.
moving, bro.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
I haven't even.
Look at the new Shelby truck, bro.
Yeah.
You
You gonna get one soon?
Yeah.
You gonna go get one soon?
I'm gonna drive the truck I got to the wheels.
Okay.
Hey,
You're gonna
respect, bro,
you're gonna be
respect.
smart with your money first, right? With your rookie money.
Nah, like, we can't burn it. Nah.
So let's talk about that part. You know, because a lot of people they say the NFL stands for not for long, unfortunately,
Yeah,
right?
100%.
That's right.
And that might have to do with the financial wise, you know,
Right.
playing time, whatever.
Right.
So what is your mindset now that you're coming to the league? You're a rookie, you know, you're fighting for that, you know, second contract. What is your mindset behind the financials?
The financials, bro. I would say just like don't make any purchases like unnecessary purchases. Like, you know what I'm saying? Conserve your money. Like, it's not. I mean, you can do whatever you want with it. At the end of the day, you made it. It's yours.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, you gotta think about it. Like, if you're trying to create generational wealth, like you can't just sit there and blow your money like that. You gotta be smart with it. If anything, invest in. You know what I'm saying? Let whatever financial team that you have, you know what I'm saying, work for you, and let your money work for you. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that way, whenever you're done, or you feel like you're there, or whenever you want to walk away from the game, that's what I want to do. I want to be so financially stable. Like, I want to end my playing time on whenever I want to.
Yeah,
Not
you
just
wanna be
because,
comfortable.
You know what I'm saying? Not
You chasing
because-
that check.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
because
That
I'm chasing
contract.
the check out of greed. You know what I'm saying? Money, like money may be the motive for some people, but me,
Right.
like I say, it's just my passion. Bro.
Yeah.
I love the game, but at the same time, everybody's in it for different reasons.
Yeah, everybody's
So,
in
you
it
know
for
what I'm saying?
reasons.
You
I
can-
mean,
sense.
money's gonna be a big part of it. You're gonna get money thrown at
Oh,
you. You know, you
damn
keep
right.
grinding, you keep doing better. You're gonna get paid that check. But I think
Yeah,
you're
bro.
right.
If you handling your business, you feel me? Like, the money gonna come.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you know, just
It's
take
gonna
care
come.
of what needs to be taken care of, and everything else take care of
Yeah,
itself.
you do you. You'll get paid, and then hopefully at the end of it all, you'll be comfortable. You know, and then
Yeah.
but after the league, you know, you got to make sure you still have things you going. You know, you can parlay this into an analyst career. So many different things. So many different doors open down the
Yeah,
line.
bro,
So
I'm trying to tell you, bro.
yeah.
Like, so many different things. Like,
Yeah.
it's a lot in the world, bro, that some people still ain't seen. Like, there's so many gateways, doors that could be opened. You know what I'm saying? It's not about what you know, it's who you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
So,
for real.
Yeah,
you gotta
it's
create
connections,
relationships.
man.
Yeah, bro. It's all it is, bro.
Yeah.
For real, for real.
Yeah, so speaking of that, you know, you're obviously a man for your people specifically back home. 2-0, what is that? The 2-0?
Do what?
Is that
2-0?
2-0?
the
That's the area
area
code?
code. Yeah,
Okay,
bro.
shout out,
Most
2-0.
definitely, you know what I'm saying? Shout out
2-0.
2-0 for
Yeah.
sure.
Shout out, baby.
But yeah, 2-0, man. So what is there any specific thing that you want to do for those people down there, like your family?
Give back to the
Honestly,
community.
that's all it is, bro. Give back, bro. I'm gonna use my platform, you know what I'm saying? Give a voice for the people who can't speak, like I said, and
Yeah.
give back as much as possible, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Make it better than what I
Yeah.
I was coming
Yeah.
up, bro. That's all it's about, you know what I'm saying? Changing the next person's life, you know what I'm saying? Giving back, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's what
That's
I'm
the real neighborhood
that's,
hero.
That's
Yeah,
a
bro.
good superhero. Yeah, neighborhood hero. Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, and I think that's the beautiful part about this, man. It's like it's always bigger than this, right?
Yeah.
Because like you said, man, like you blessed to be in this position, you know. But what about that one guy who didn't have their parent to take him to practice every day? You know what I'm saying, or whatever situation they were in. And it's like I think it's beautiful, bro, that you're thinking more than you know, because I think a lot of people can think like that, but once you're in the position to do
Yeah.
it, I think that
They don't act upon it.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
100%.
Most people do it because it sounds good.
Yeah,
of course. Everybody can say that because it does sound good, but
Bro,
you know.
But they'll know, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they'll know. Yeah,
People gonna,
And- yeah, and you got our
whether
support.
It's real or fake. It's gonna show.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you got our support, bro. Whenever community needs, like any events, dude, like we got
Yeah,
you, bro.
we got
say
you. We'll
less,
repost it on whatever you guys do, man. We'll help you out, man,
Y'all
because
come
you're a
out
good
there.
dude,
Make sure
man.
y'all good, son.
Hey, I got family
yeah,
in Texas,
thank
so
you.
if I have to, I'll slide down and
Yeah,
we can do
yeah,
a
we
thing,
can go
man.
down there to
We'll have
Texas.
tacos out there, man. Let's do it, man. So,
Tacos, burgers.
oh
But
man,
Texas is a state of beef right there.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Burgers is where it's at.
It's burgers is good, yeah, man. So,
What you call it, brisket.
yeah, brisket, the whole nine,
I'm
man.
gonna make me hungry.
Yeah, you're making me starving.
We can fuck the food.
We can talk about food.
Yeah.
No, you're right. That's the certain type of food in Texas. Because I remember my family first came to America from India. My mom tried to make an Indian restaurant in the 80s. I was like, so when she told me the story, I was like, the hell you trying to make an Indian restaurant in Texas, man? You could have made a Mexican restaurant or American burger place. Like she wanted to make an India
Right.
racer. And she failed, man, but she told me, she goes, I wanted to chase my dreams. So it was a good, you know.
It's her life. You gotta let.
Yeah.
Let her fail.
Yeah.
She said she learned a lot from her failures, though. So it was good advice for me.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
No, yeah, and man, a lot of as long as you turn your losses into lessons, you can never lose, ever. Like seriously.
Nah, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's a learning stepping stone in everything that you do, bro.
Yes, sir.
So bro, tell me your top 3 linemen right now. Obviously, Trent's up there. So other 2 that you either watched before growing up or watch now.
Trent, Quentin Nelson,
Tyron Armstead,
Tyron Smith.
Smith. Okay.
Armstead is probably tied with Smith, bro.
Yeah.
Those 2 freaking excellent.
Yeah. Those the guys that you kind of molded your career after, kind of.
Yeah.
What about them specifically like always stood out to you?
Like looking for work, bro. Quentin Nelson, bro. All you gotta do,
man.
bro, just go watch his film.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a beast, man.
You talking about run blocking? Go watch him, bro.
Pancake King. He be pancaking
bro.
people all day.
And then just like, I mean, Trent and Armstead and Smith, like if you just watch them, like on the edge, finesse is what it is.
Man,
Yeah.
finesse.
And then
They don't
they bring their own style to the game. It's like they each do something uniquely different than they got something that they're identified for. That's
Right.
hopefully something I could do. I could bring some like hopefully that I do something that somebody will want to model their game after me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm bringing something to the game rather than always taking from it. So I'm trying to bring something to it,
Right.
whatever it may be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And you never know, like that. My bad, but that high schooler might be watching your game right now. Some high schooler in Texas be like, "Damn, like I can start implementing that from Spencer." And then, man, you never know how you can help someone out
If
like
it
that.
works, it may not work for everybody, but if it works for you, bro, run with it.
Yeah.
Try to perfect and master whatever you want to do.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, you're gonna be a household name, man. You got
Yeah.
the mentality. You're in the right situation. I feel it, man. You can be a household name, man.
so,
I hope so. We wish.
so, bro.
Like I know, I'm speaking for myself. I hope you become successful, a Pro Bowl. I want all the best for you, man.
First thing
100%.
you're trying to get is Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. That's what I like to hear, man.
yeah. Let's talk about Super
get
Bowl,
that
bro.
six,
Because
man.
right now, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I'm so excited for that Chiefs game we're gonna have at
Oh,
home, dude.
revenge, redemption.
You're gonna feel that
You're gonna
that
feel
tension,
that
bro. I'm
heat.
telling you, I'm getting 3 fights that day.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. No,
Seahawks
we
game
don't
too,
believe in
man. We
that.
gotta come for blood on that one. You're gonna be in this rivalry now.
but yeah.
Let's go, man.
Hey.
Nah, I was just playing.
but that's what I'm saying, bro. Like right now, we have our expectations high for Super Bowl. We were right there. You know, what is your mindset chasing that Super Bowl right now?
Bro, we gotta get it. At
get
the
it.
end of the day, like there's no ifs, ands, or buts. You gotta think about it, bro. You're a loser if you don't get that motherfucker.
Woo.
Jeez.
Like, be real.
Spicy.
Like, let's be real. Like,
Yeah.
Like, if you're not in first place, you're a loser.
Wow, what a mentality. That's game. That's
No,
it. That's
no.
real, though. No, you're right,
Think
man.
about it, bro.
That's it.
Second, third, fourth, fifth.
Y'all
Second,
losers.
second's just the first
Yeah,
loser.
you're just the first runner-up when you come to the Super Bowl and lose. Yeah,
Think about it, bro.
you that's the goal. Everybody has. Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing about it. Like you can separate, you can sugarcoat it as much as you want.
Wow.
But then if you lost, you lost.
Damn.
Yeah.
Ain't no
Yeah.
ifs, ands, but you did a good job. Like you competed. That's cool.
Ain't
You
it?
lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You don't have a participation trophy. Yeah.
Bro, like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm playing Madden, like, oh, yeah, I beat you by a field goal. I beat you by a touchdown. Bro, you only beat me by one.
you
Nigga,
still-
you
Still
lost.
lost.
Ain't no participation
You
trophy in
lost.
it,
bro.
right? Yeah.
Nah,
So,
nah, you don't get no green ribbon.
no, 100%.
Yeah,
That's what I
agree.
like to hear, man. We coming
Yeah,
for that
yeah,
Super
yeah.
Bowl, man.
Yeah,
Let's hope we get it.
Definitely. That's
We got a squad, man. Kittle, Debo, Ayuk,
Yeah.
Trent Williams, Bosa, Fred Warner. Look at the talent on this team, man.
Yeah, it's like now,
I mean,
man.
have,
Like
you,
now.
have you hung with them? Some of them veterans, man. Like,
Nah,
what,
bro,
what's
they all
your-
good people, bro.
Yeah.
It's a lot. Like I said, it's a lot of wisdom in their locker room.
Yeah.
They real good people, bro. But we gonna see what it is whenever you know what I'm saying. Pass start clicking and clacking.
yeah, the
So
pass.
it's
When the pass come on, like
soon.
second- I think usually the second
can't-
week of training
I can't
camp.
even tell you when exactly.
No?
they do.
Oh,
Whenever they
man.
come on, that's
you
It's
ready?
Game over.
You ready for war, man?
That's when it happens, bro.
Yeah.
Be real.
Yeah, one guy, you know, if you're on that guard, man, I'm really excited to see, you know, Aaron Donald, like all these guys really come, you know, against
Yeah.
you. Is there anyone like you're really like looking forward to?
AD.
Aaron Donald, yeah,
bro.
that's the
Like,
ticket.
like you know what I'm saying. You want to be the best of the best, bro. You gotta play the best.
Yeah,
of the best,
yeah.
Bro. And
That's
AD, I don't know who else in that position is doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, like I look forward to it. Like it may be a learning experience. It may be like I'm gonna soak it all in at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But, you know what I'm saying? He
go,
bleed like
man.
I bleed, bro. But I'm not just gonna say it. We going out there to win. We got a job to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's AD, but at the same time, shit, we gotta win the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a job to do.
You got a job to do, man. So, like you said, soak up all that knowledge from him, and he'll probably teach you some things. But
Oh, yeah,
you know, maybe you teach him a thing or two.
If I can, shit. If I can, I'm gonna have to, shit.
Let's go,
We
man.
trying to win.
No,
Yeah.
seriously,
Gotta
and
get
I
that
think the way the division is looking like, we need to win right now. You know, like
Right.
both of those games that we play against the Cardinals, Seahawks. You know, obviously Seahawks, their quarterback situation is a little shaky, but still Seattle, man, and
Seattle.
playing Seattle. We all know how that's been going for the
It's
past
mental.
years.
Yeah, they got a culture, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Pete
Yeah.
Carroll
Like,
knows.
they got a culture here, they got a culture there. So it's just
Yep.
like,
Yeah,
Who's gonna come up on top? That's really what it is.
100%.
and it starts now, bro. Like,
Yeah.
it really started when we was doing OTAs, bro. Like, you gotta think about it. Like,
Yeah.
everything plays a part in this shit.
You studying the playbook.
Yeah, bro. I'm trying to tell you, everything plays a part, bro.
Okay, let me ask you this. You know, we're about to be done, bro. But let me ask you this: like, how important was it for you to be like, man, I'm coming into this new building with this new team. I know what they're about, but being able to be like, man, I gotta show these guys what I'm able to offer too.
Right, but that'll come naturally, bro.
Okay.
Like, you, like, that's what some people, you know what I'm saying, they get ahead of their time, like, you know what I'm saying, they want to do too much, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Well, I'm here, like Deion said it best, bro. If you
Okay.
that guy, bro, they gonna know.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta give
Yeah.
it time, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Still be you. You ain't gotta change up what you doing. You ain't
Right.
gotta act a different way. You ain't gotta change your persona. You ain't gotta do none of that. At the end of the day, be you, bro. Like, and let the results speak for themselves. Like, if you naturally bring something, you bring something. Like, each person brings something different to the
Right.
team. So
Right.
it's just filling out what it is, what works best for you, really, and then contribute. That's all I say.
Yeah.
That's
Just
it.
contribute, bro.
Yep.
That's dope, man. Yeah, at the end of the day, like you said, like you've been saying the whole night, be the best version of you, man. And I think that's what you
For
can
real,
do.
for real.
Yeah,
That's all you can be is be the best version. There's only one you, bro.
you can't fake it, like you said.
Nah, bro. You can't fake.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm excited.
Yeah, I really am.
I wish the season started right now, man.
No,
I'll
yeah.
talk to you, man.
For sure.
It's
Hyped
coming
up,
up
bro.
soon, bro.
Yeah,
It's rolling in.
Yeah.
For real.
Hey, I'm not counting, but I think there's like 7 weeks.
not count 49 days till kickoff, not to be exact.
Right, exactly.
Like it.
Shit, man.
Nah, yeah. Who do we play first or preseason?
First preseason game is the Packers.
Packers.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be
That'll
good.
be fun, man. Oh, look, he already feeling it. He just wants to throw the pads on, man. He just can't ready to go, man.
Yeah.
He ready to roll, man. Oh God.
Absolutely, bro. But nah, we appreciate you for doing this,
Yeah,
bro.
100%,
Seriously.
man. Nothing but respect, man.
I'm me, bro. I'm chilling, right?
Yeah.
Nobody.
No,
I'm
but
somebody,
you don't
I'm not
understand,
at the
man.
same time.
Yeah.
You try to do stuff like us. We reach out to people and leave you on read, or they just look at you like
It's all
whatever.
good, brother. At the end of the day, like, y'all always good with me, brother. Y'all come text y'all just
Thank
tap
you,
in,
man.
bro.
Nah,
Tap in,
doubt,
man.
man.
I got y'all.
I appreciate you.
Anytime you want tacos, let us know, man.
Yeah.
We got you.
I appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. Nah, you gotta eat these,
You
bro,
gotta
before they
check
get
them out
cold, bro.
tonight. Make
I
sure
got
they're
y'all.
good.
I'm gonna see what y'all
Yeah.
talking about when we get home.
Yeah,
And,
come on.
Yo,
Yeah, we
kill
gonna
it,
judge
kill it
on
in
this,
training
bro.
camp.
See,
We'll be
yeah.
seeing you there, and I know you're gonna come and bring the heat, man.
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate
Yeah.
you, bro.
It's not even a
100%.
question. And that's the thing with our D-line room. It's just iron sharpen iron.
Yeah, iron
bro,
sharpen
they-
iron.
They got some dudes in there, bro.
Bro, that'd
Yeah.
be lying.
My locker buddy, Armstead.
Oh, man, you got
okay.
the
Yeah,
vet, man. That's good.
They got
That's a
vet.
good vet to have,
And
man.
I was there.
Yeah.
My boy Aziz right next to me.
Aziz?
Oh
Okay.
man, you got
Oh,
two
man.
dogs right next to you, bro.
And they good people. Bro.
Yeah,
Good people. Shout
yeah.
out to my dogs, bro.
Let's go, man.
Yeah, and Eric, he's from out here. He's from Sac.
Hey,
Yeah, from
Sacramento.
Sac.
Yeah, Cali boy.
From Sac, bro.
So yeah, and he's
That's
very
dope.
involved in the community and everything. So we appreciate Eric, man, for a long.
Man,
We've been
he
appreciating for a
does
long
so
time.
much.
Yeah.
Walter Payton Man of the Year, man.
Yeah.
He's every year he's always doing stuff in the community.
As,
Yeah.
as he should.
Good
Exactly.
attitude. Yeah, he's
Good person. You want to stand for all that,
Yeah.
but
Oh, shit.
yeah,
Oregon.
Oregon
Ducks,
Oregon,
yeah,
Oregon.
Oregon Ducks.
Yeah, Stanford
Yeah,
was
Pac.
man. I think we stay in the Pac-12 a lot.
Yeah, we do. They
you
get
know.
a lot of Stanford boys.
Yeah, Stanford boys. I know John Lynch went to Stanford, but yeah, man, I appreciate you, bro. We got to run it back maybe either during the season or after, just kind of like recap it, see like the difference between before the season, after.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, bro.
Hit us up.
Yeah.
So
we locked in. Then we
locked in.
we gonna make sure, bro. I'm gonna make sure my boy he sells PS5, so I got
You
you.
got the PS5, come holla at me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
we gotta
We're
get.
gonna get real acquainted. Money good.
I got you, bro. I got you. So yeah, we gonna send that over
man.
to you, but.
Sir.
But yeah, no, this whole thing is about having true authenticity, having people who are actually making, you know, changes in the community and have that platform. And you're literally the example of what a neighborhood hero is, you know. So it's all love, man. So yeah, man, you listen to Neighborhood Heroes, tap in, learn, grow, learn from this man, get inspired, all that. We appreciate you, man. Neighborhood Heroes.
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate you.